After the enormous whirlwind of an affair between Big and Carrie, both cheating on their own respective partners, Aiden, Carrie's boyfriend, and Natasha, Big's wife, you would think that after the dust settled, they'd finally get back together. Everyone is in the know now, the cat is out of the bag, and all it took was Natasha falling down the stairs and going to the ER. So I couldn't help but wonder, why didn't Big and Carrie finally get back together after Natasha found out? Hello there, and welcome to my channel where I analyze and talk about TV shows that I like. Around here, the curtain is blue for a reason. There's always a reason. Let's discuss. Season 3, episode 9. Big says to Carrie, "It's not working. I'm getting out. If you know anyone who's interested." Then later on the phone, he says, "Look, it's about what I said about getting out of my marriage. I thought about it, and it's going to cost me a lot. So maybe you should just forget about what I said. I figured I made my bed, I might as well lie in it." Then, at the end of the episode, when Big calls Carrie's apartment, gets connected to Aiden, and finds out that she's staying at a hotel and shows up there, he says, "I was an asshole to you on the phone the other day. When I said I was leaving, you didn't say anything, so I got nervous. He then gets cut off by Carrie. It's obvious that although he's interested in Carrie and misses her deeply, he doesn't actually know what he wants to do. Does he just want to have an affair? Does he actually want to divorce Natasha? The thing is, at this moment, he's only interested in divorcing Natasha if Carrie will get back together with him. If she's not interested in him any longer, and there's no hope for their relationship, then Big will stay with Natasha. Definitely the coward's way out. However, by the end of season 3, episode 10, Big has finally figured it out. Do you know what your problem is? You want it all. You want the girl you screw, me, and the girl you go home to, her. That's bullshit. I just want you. I can't do this anymore. I can't sleep with 2 people at the same time anymore. I'm gonna tell her tonight." What? No. I have a boyfriend who loves me and you have a wife who loves you. If Carrie had said in this moment, "Okay, let's do this for real. Go tell Natasha and I'll go tell Aiden," would Big really have done it? Would Carrie really have done it? They're both playing this chicken game, trying to see who will blow up their life first for the other person, because neither of them want to be left standing alone if the other person bails at the last second and changes their mind, which can definitely happen considering how many times they've broken up at this point and how fickle and hot and cold they've been with each other. There's no trust between them. Neither of them can trust that the other person is going to be faithful to any agreement that they make, which is ironic because neither of them are being faithful to their current partners. They both know in the back of their heads that if the other is willing to do all of this, all of the cheating and the sneaking around, then they can't really be trusted to hold their end of the bargain, especially since they've both hurt each other before. This back and forth continues into the next episode, season 3, episode 11, the episode where it all blows up. They've been continuing the affair for about 3 weeks now, and Big reaffirms his stance in the beginning of the episode. "I picked this hotel because it's safe. Nobody knows us on this street. I don't give a fuck who sees us." Big is okay with the idea of his marriage blowing up, whether it's by his hands or Carrie's hands or Natasha's hands or whoever. It could be a random friend of Natasha's on the street that sees him with Carrie, and if that blows up the marriage, fine by him. But this bravado attitude doesn't mean much when he's had the option to just divorce Natasha at any time throughout this whole affair. He's throwing his fate into the hands of others and making other people make the decision. Carrie stands firm. "I don't give a fuck who sees us." Yes, you do, and I do too. Do you want people to get hurt? But she continues sleeping with Big anyways. The hypocrisy, the cowardice, the sneaking around, the lying. I genuinely do like Carrie and Big together because they are a match made in heaven. Look how similar they are to each other. Big has thrown his fate into the hands of whoever passes by, and Carrie has thrown her fate into the air, and she's just hoping it all works out in the end. So why can't they just get together already? Carrie's conversation with Miranda clues us in. What about Aiden? Yes, what about Aiden? I would die if he found out, and now Big is acting jealous, and I'm so afraid that he's gonna call him or do something stupid. He's already threatened to tell Natasha. Well, what did you think was gonna happen? I didn't think, I just did. And now I'm terrified that we've messed it all up and now it could never be what it was supposed to be. There's been this fantasy of Carrie's that she's so terrified of ever uttering out loud. She says to Alexander in the very last episode that she wants this ridiculous, inconvenient, consuming, can't live without each other love. She wants to be whisked away to Paris. She wants to be chosen. She wants to be Natasha. I go more more into details about this in my copycat video. She wants to have this grand romance with Big, but she doesn't want to orchestrate it. She doesn't want to be the one that blows up a marriage because in her eyes, that's not how it's supposed to go. That's not how it's supposed to be. That's not the script. Throughout the show, Carrie is constantly scrutinizing and analyzing the rules of love and how a lot of the rules are bullshit or they change on a whim. But when it comes to Big, her first love, she wants to follow the script. Meet, first date, become exclusive, meet the parents, get a key to the apartment, say I love you, become a joined unit where big discussions like, I have to move across the world for work, come with me, can happen. But with each step in this script so far, there has been pushback from Big. There has been conflict. Their drink thing got canceled because of Jack intruding. Their first date was in reverse. They slept with each other first, then got food. There wasn't a conversation about exclusivity until there was a fight about it first. Then Big went to Carrie at a park at 3 a.m. Carrie was never introduced to Big's mom in a normal way. It had to be orchestrated by becoming a spy and following them into church. Carrie never got that spare key and punched Big over it. And when she said I love you after getting the pigeon purse, Big didn't say it back and kissed her nose. And we all know how the Paris conversation went. This time though, after all of this, it has to work out and it has to go by the script. It has to be what it was always supposed to be, a grand romance of two people falling in love and living happily ever after. It's not supposed to be this messy, and it's not supposed to ruin other people's lives. There's also a hidden, unspoken factor, something that nobody wants to say. What if we ruin this marriage, and we ruin this relationship, and we lose it all, and we get back together, and after all of that hurt and lying and cheating and affairs, we still don't work out? It still doesn't work out. Will it have been worth it? Is it worth giving up Natasha and Aiden for this, when it hasn't worked out twice before already? And this is why Carrie continually brings up, what about Aiden? What about Natasha? Throughout all of this, because nobody knows the answer. What do you want? I want everyone to get out of this without anyone getting hurt. She doesn't say, I want Big, or I want Aiden, or I want things to go back to normal. It's a nebulous nothing statement that doesn't actually say anything. Nothing concrete can be done about this to make it happen because we can't go back in time and undo what's been done. She's terrified of everything being messed up because it's already messed up. It can't be cleaned up. That's it. Everything they've done cannot be undone, and she knows this. Give me the phone. I'm gonna tell Natasha. What are you gonna do? You're gonna call her at the beach and tell her you love me and that you want a divorce? Give me the phone. And if you really wanted to tell her, you would have told her by now. This is Carrie calling Big's bluff, or what she thinks is his bluff. Make the first move. I'm not going to break up with Aiden and screw myself over unless I know for a fact that you'll be there for me. Here, call her. If I make that call, are you gonna be there for me? Are we really going to do this? Out in the daylight, no cocktails, no hotel rooms, real life? Carrie, in or out? I need more time. This was the last chance. This was the opportunity to put it all out there, to make a final stance. Okay, I'll break up with Aiden, you divorce Natasha, it's just going to be us. Me and you, let's do this. But she can't swallow this deal, this bargain, this are you in or out scheme. It would require way too many risks and gambles. I'm calling her Monday. Now, I'm not sure if Big was bluffing when he said this, if he was trying to call Carrie's bluff or what. It's a constant game with both of them. It's hard to tell what the other person is actually thinking, or if they're just saying or doing something to get a specific reaction out of the other person. Like when Big called Carrie and said that the divorce is going to cost a lot. At the ER, Carrie goes to leave. Her parents are on the way. Hey, thank you for being here. I'll call you. For what? We're so over. We need a new word for over. But why? Why was this the end? Natasha knows now. The divorce is happening. Now all that needs to happen is, oh, Aiden doesn't know yet. She still needs to tell Aiden, but she can't do it. She can't throw it all away for Big. At this point, she's disgusted with herself and she's disgusted with Big. Jesus, how did we get here? who are we? The Big that she wants to have this grand romance with isn't the same Big that she sees before her in the ER. In fact, she's not even the same person she was anymore. Both of them have changed so much in the past 3 weeks because they have crossed boundaries and crossed lines that they didn't think they would. They've not only lost respect for themselves, but they've lost respect for each other. Big says to Carrie in this motel after she pushes him away and says she's too hot, "What are you, saving it for your boyfriend? No, you don't talk to me that way." Call Big anything and everything you want. He has never said anything that gross and low towards Carrie. He has never spoken like that before to her until now. It's because he's lost respect for her. Carrie knows that Big views her differently now, and she views him differently too. They still love each other for sure. That hasn't changed, but it actually reminds me of an episode of Friends. Season 8, episode 15. Spoilers for Friends if you've never gotten that far into the show. Ross says to Joey, "Oh, Mona just dumped me." "Aw, man, I'm sorry. Why?" "Well, with everything that's been going on, I haven't exactly been the perfect boyfriend. You know, I didn't tell her I got Rachel pregnant. I gave her a key to my apartment and then had the locks changed. And then I lied to her about Rachel moving in with me. In a way, I actually judge her for not breaking up with me sooner, you know?" And that final line always hits me. It hits me years later. After going through hell and back with each other, don't you think they both judged each other a little bit for all of the things that the other person did? Even though they too were also doing the same thing, there was no coming back after this. This version of Carrie and this version of Big couldn't get back together. Not only did they lose respect for themselves, but they lost respect for each other. It would take a few years of being separated for them to either forget all of the hurt or start missing each other again, or forgive themselves and each other in order for them to even attempt a relationship once more. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Could Big and Carrie have worked it out right after Natasha? Or was it better for them to just go their own separate ways and grow a little? Do you think that they actually did any growing between mid-season 3 and season 6 when they finally reunite as more than friends and a casual hookup? Let me know in the comments below, and if you have a suggestion for the next video, feel free to leave that in the comments as well. Thanks so much for watching. See y'all next time.